Well, hello, folks out there in YouTube land. Got a big show lined up for you, and let's get right on into it. All right, let's pull up the screen. Oh, mighty Ilus. And Chucky finally showed up and said hello, and he was not in a good mood, and he kind of cut us a little bit. Not unexpected after the day like we had today. Good grief. Let me tell you something. This was a rough day. NASDAQ was down, what, 4 or 5%? It was brutal. And Dow Jones was down about 600 points. So obviously the high inflation, which I don't see that coming down. Maybe with the Fed raising the rates, that'll tame it a little bit, but it's just a real problem. You've got fuel costs that are just continuing to go up. And we're probably in a recession. We're probably at the very beginning of a recession, or certainly in the first phase of it. And I don't see any way that we don't go into it. And the market is always forward looking by about 6 months. So obviously a lot of people are seeing that as well, investors especially. So it's really hammering a lot of stocks, even ones that don't deserve it. You know, I watched Palantir go down 22% today. It was not bad earnings. You know, they were up about 31% in revenue, and they just got hammered. If you don't have a perfect earnings quarter, you're going to get hammered. And if there's any little thing wrong with it, you're just going to get nailed. But now we got Amazon getting hammered, and Facebook has been slaughtered. And like I say, I've been buying some stocks. I bought some Palantir. I actually bought some Palantir after hours at like 7.25 because it's getting down there where it's getting a little ridiculous. I like that stock under 12, but I like it a whole lot better under 10. And at 7.25, I just couldn't resist. So I went ahead and dollar cost averaged on that one as well. But Ilus, and this is an Ilus video, so we're going to talk about it. Let's see what's going on with it. But Chucky had his way today.
Have a little game of Chucky Says.
I kind of recognize that Chucky character. Looked a little bit like the Frog. Anyway, with Ilus, they put out some tweets recently. It says, "We have been making excellent progress behind the scenes, including our $100 million plus revenue acquisition, where we are now in final discussions to agree terms. We've also reached agreements on several emergency response acquisitions, which we will update very soon." It says, "In addition, we have received an overwhelming influx of new deals following our successful exhibition at the FDIC in Indianapolis." It says, "The sales teams within our groups are working through these, and we look forward to reporting on the results." And here it says, "We are working day and night with the aim of making a very important announcement later this month. We will share further details as soon as we can." So all that sounds really good. And let's take a look at the stock itself. As you can see, and let me get this support in here. It's dropped slightly below that support of 11.4, I believe it is. Well, actually, let's see. What is it exactly? I want to get it exact. Yeah, 11.5 or so. And we know there's another one down here at 10. It is slightly below that. And like I said, I bought some more today at 11.1 cents. I think is what I got it for. It might have been 11.2. You know, you've got to put the limit order in, and then you got to wait for it to. I had to cancel a couple of my orders because I was trying to buy it at 11, and I had to put it at like 11.1 or 2 to actually get it. But if it comes down here, I'll add some more. I'm okay with that. I like Ilus. I'm pretty comfortable with it. You know, I always remind folks, Ilus has real good revenue growth. I mean, extremely good revenue growth. That's what. It's almost 900% from the first quarter. So that's pretty fantastic quarter over quarter. So I'm expecting that to continue over time. And the net income's been great to watch it continue to go up. And it's had a real nice increase along with the revenue. And if that continues, I feel real good about this stock long term. And we're still dealing with the outstanding shares not being updated since November. And I know they're working hard on that. And I also know that they are in the process of being audited to move up to the OTCQB. So at some point, we'll be getting this squared away. But it is aggravating, and I don't like it. And of course, they just discussed, as we go through the statements and assertions, there's so many I could list this forever. But these are some of the big ones. And this 9-figure acquisition that they're working on in the U.S. is the one they just discussed in the tweet. So that one's extremely interesting. That could transform this company into something major. We know they're working on share reduction to try to get it close to 1 billion shares. We know about the European deal. We've talked about that a lot. And then the uplist to the NASDAQ in 3 to 6 months with no reverse split. And that may very well be from a spinoff. And we'll keep track of that as much as we can. And I'm sure there'll be an announcement on that at some point. And I've discussed all these other things many, many times. All right, folks, and I'm not going to make this a real long video today. I just thought I'd update you a little bit on that. And like I said, you do what you want. It's penny stock. Remember that. So, I practice the 10% rule. I don't allow my portfolio to get above 10% in penny stocks. And Ilus is actually my number one right now as far as my largest position because right now I feel really good about it. But like I say, that's me. I'm willing to take that risk. You'll have to make your own decisions on that. But I know this has been a terrible day. And I got a message for you. I wish this for all of you. I hope things work out good for you over time.
May the Force be with you.
That's right. May the Force be with you. Anyway, just keep your head up. Like I say, this is a tough, I've never seen such a precipitous drop other than, like I say, when we were dealing with the Rona. That was really rough. But this one kind of has that same feeling. And here's the thing. We're doing great in the U.S. with it now. I think we've moved past it. And we're getting a pretty normalized situation. And like I say, Ilus is one that typically would be much higher than this, but right now in this environment, the fact that it did drop 10% today, it hadn't dropped much at all in the last week or two. It's been holding on really well, but Chucky finally took a whack at it. But hopefully we'll see it come back. If not, that's okay. I'm continuing to pick some up, and now I'm getting to the position where I feel pretty good about my long-term holdings of it. I don't have to add as much. I kind of got that position where I wanted it. And like I say, time will tell, but I feel good about Ilus long term. And if you like this content, be sure to hit that like button. Lets me know to continue to cover Ilus. And if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. I'd certainly appreciate it. And I hope you did like the content. And we'll see you next time on Mr. Frugal Investor.